Thank you so much, Corey. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm so excited because I've done this class, mastermind now a few different times. And every time the group of people that I talk to is different and the level of social media presence that they have is different. So I would love for you to engage and answer questions because I will talk about where you are in this journey of getting leads on social media, and we can kind of go from there. Some people are going to already be generating leads, some people are already going to be posting videos, and then some people aren't even going to have the TikTok app open, and that's fully or downloaded, and that's totally okay. So anything you want to add, ask, I'm here to answer. My name is Dakotah Kutz, and I work for NFM Lending. I'm a mortgage lender, and about 6 months ago, I started using TikTok seriously to generate leads. So I said, I'm not going to cold call anymore. I'm going to turn my cold calling time into posting time. And over 6 months, I went from 1,800 followers to now I'm at 23,000. I generate about anywhere between 40 and 200 leads a month. And when I say leads, I mean blue form filled out saying their name, their phone number, their email, they want to buy, when they want to buy, if they're working with an agent. So these are true leads that I'm generating on this platform. So it's super exciting. It's still kind of new, but it's a place that you can really start to grow your business. So I'm excited to go through it with you. So social media. Most recent studies show that there's 3.78 billion users on social media. And over the last year in 2021, TikTok actually surpassed Google in the search engine search. So people are actually going to TikTok to ask how to buy a house, how to file my taxes, how do I get out of a legal issue. People are asking TikTok these things, and the people that are posting about them, lawyers, accountants, mortgage lenders, real estate agents, we are popping up in the search engine to answer these questions for people. So it's not just a video sharing app, it's actually turning into a search engine. So that's kind of exciting. Sorry, where's my thing? Oh, that's my next slide. 73% of marketers believe that social media has helped them in their business. So I think that the biggest question or the biggest thing that holds people back from social media is I want to do social media, but I should do it, but I don't like the way I look on camera, or I should do it, but I don't know what questions to answer, or I don't know what content to produce. But everybody that does it, most people, 73%, when they do it, they say that it did help their business in some way. So even if you're not generating a ton of leads, being in front of your sphere and posting even on Facebook, on Instagram, the sphere sees what you're doing, and people forget. How many times have we had people in our sphere, our friends or family, old neighbors that say, oh, I forgot you were a real estate agent. So posting on social media really helps us stay top of mind for these people. So how many people have TikTok downloaded? Awesome. And then how many people have actually posted a TikTok? Amazing. And then how many people here have generated a lead, any kind of lead from TikTok or Instagram? Awesome. Yay, that's so exciting. So something about TikTok that's different than other social media platforms is the organic reach. So what organic reach is the amount of people that have the potential to see your video that don't know you at all. Instagram has, 9.4%. Facebook has, I think, 5.2%, and TikTok's 118%. So this is crazy to me. When I saw this statistic, it was on I want to say it was a Wall Street Journal article that I pulled this from. When I saw this, I was thinking, this is crazy because this is how you can target your audience. So when you're looking at Facebook and Instagram, you're really selling to your sphere. Like people that know you, the people that friends of friends know who you are, follow you on Instagram somehow, and now you're posting things to stay on top. TikTok are people that have no idea who you are, you can post a video and it can be seen by millions of people. And I have, I think now 2 or 3 videos that have gotten over 1 million views. So it is just crazy to think that you can post one video and millions of people can see it. Yeah, so I will talk about that. I'm going to park that one and answer that in a little bit, if that's okay. So yeah, TikTok organic reach is amazing, but I think knowing who you're tailoring your audience to and knowing that your Instagram and your Facebook is your people that know you, that helps you to know what to post. And then on TikTok, you know what to post to grab those people's attention that have never met you in your life. A lot of people ask me, can you post too much on TikTok? Does it get annoying? And you can't. TikTok shows your videos to different people at different times. So even though, I'm going to say Susie because I know Susie, even though Susie might follow me on TikTok, she might only see a video that I posted 3 weeks ago, and then next time she gets on, she'll see a video that I posted yesterday. So they're not going to be in order for people, and they're going to show it to them based off of what they actually like and engage with. So you can post 10 videos in a day, and you're probably not going to be shown to the same people each time. So this shows a little bit about my team and the lead flow that we generated since January. So this just kind of, I only have this here to show that what I'm doing works, not just because it's me, but because we have a, system and a process that works. So these people are all people that are on my team, and they're all mortgage lenders just like me all over the country. So A Nutter Home Loan, this is Jordan Nutter. She received 1,032 leads on TikTok from January 2022. So I'm all the way at the end. Your mortgage mom is mine, so I received 313 leads year to date. I mean, this is a little off. Like, I think I did this a week ago, since January. So this shows that people are doing the same thing I'm doing. They're just doing it in their own way, finding their own content strategy. And one thing that I noticed in classes that I am teaching about this is sometimes people are asking me how to actually make a TikTok. How do you even film it? How do you even edit it? And something that I would suggest on that is to meet with me on the forums that you have. I have a little TikTok strategy session on there. If you meet with me one-on-one, I'm happy to walk through the basics of how to make a TikTok and how to post. But I think the most important thing on TikTok is really the strategy behind it, how often to post, what type of content to post, finding who sticks out for you and what your clients like. And that's what I really like to talk about in this specific class. So if I'm going through stuff and you're thinking, well, how do I even make a TikTok? That TikTok strategy session would be perfect for that. So crafting your content. Out of the people that are making TikToks already, what niche and what type of content are you creating, and how did you come to that type of content? Anyone? Yeah, if you're crafting content already, what type of content are you doing, and how did you decide, like, this is the type of stuff I'm going to do? Are you laughing? Are you joking? Are you being educational? Are you dressing super professional? Corey.
I would say it's a combination of educational.
Yeah.
And I choose the content that I create based on what I find entertaining or funny.
Mm-hmm.
So I figure if I do that, then I'll try to find people like me think the same things as me or entertaining.
Totally.
Yeah.
What do you care about if you post something and someone doesn't like it? What's your opinion on that? Cool. Susie.
I think it's also like, for me, if it doesn't sound like me, it doesn't look like me, I feel odd posting. But if I feel like this is a joke I would make to a friend, this is a joke my clients will hear me making, or this is something I tell them all the time, then I feel very comfortable being authentic and putting it out there. But I make like 50 attempts before I arrive at this like one good.
But
Yep.
It's all authenticity for me.
Totally. I love that.
I tend to be like in my real life and my real estate life, like really positive.
I post a lot of like positive quotes and I'm always smiling and I think it's pretty authentic. But I do a lot with like the Instagram reels because I think
Yeah.
it's a catchy song. And funny enough, my dog videos of my dog have posts.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we are.
So, when you're thinking about crafting your content, I think it's important to think about how you want others to perceive you. So, I had to do this when I was starting about my content because my content's a little bit raunchy sometimes. Like, I'm not afraid to cuss. I'm not afraid to mouth a word that in a cuss word of a song. I will make kind of funny jokes, So, when I started to post like that, at first I was worried like people aren't going to want to work with me because I'm not coming across professional. And I had kind of made the decision that I would prefer to come across relatable versus professional. And the same thing that Susie said, I want people who meet me to say, this is what she's like on TikTok and on social media. And she's like this here too. She's saying the F word, she's joking around, and that's how I am and who I am. And so I've embraced that. And there's people that hate it and there's people that love me for it and say, you're the only person that I want to work with. So I think that finding what's true for yourself, when you scroll through TikTok and you're seeing these dancing trends and you're seeing people make these jokes and things, you don't have to do that if that's not true to who you are. And we're going to talk a little bit about other creators on TikTok and how they've succeeded and their type of content that they've kind of niched down on to get your wheels turning a little bit on what you might want others to see. Great question. So, yes. So, oh yeah, I'll repeat it. So she had asked if there's a certain age group on TikTok, and she had said that her age group that she kind of wants to appeal to is like the older generation. So are they on TikTok, right? So our average lead age is between 25 and 39. So a lot of first-time home buyers, move-up buyers, those are the people that are submitting leads for me. But that's how I am.
Right.
And I am, I'm 28 years old. I have a 3-year-old son. I own 3 houses, but each house I've done a move up where I kept my house as a rental and bought the next one. So I talk about how I did that, and that appeals to people that are in my same position in life. So I wouldn't say that older people are not on TikTok, but I think that you would really want to niche that, what are they interested in? Planning for retirement, downsizing, that would be stuff you would talk about in your content. Yes.
Sorry, I don't know if this is the right time to ask this, but so I'm not on TikTok. So Instagram, Facebook, I try and do 4 to 5 posts a week for their business, the other ones are personal. Finding content on TikTok, or since different people don't see you do all business,
So my opinion on TikTok is people want to see the real you. My life is not all mortgage. So I try to post mortgage things during the week, and then I post kid things, husband things, fun things on the weekend, mostly just because I heard something from someone a couple weeks ago and it has stuck with me. She said, everything is content. And it changed the way that I view what I post, what I film, because I used to always be like, I have to have my perfect setup, I have to sit up in my room, I have to have my ring light, I've got to edit it all perfect. And really, if I look through the lens of everything is content, all day, every day, I'm doing things that people might find interesting. I'm playing with my son, he's riding his dirt bike, my husband and I are going on a trip. So I've tried to take that and use that and create that as content. One, it helps me post more, and you don't know what's going to hit. So the more you post, the more likely you are to gain traction and get followers and have something get a lot of views. And 2, I think people see me as a human and see me as someone that they want to work with, and not just someone that's posting these, perfect TikToks all the time. So I hope that I would pop up on their page, their For You page. So the For You page is the main page when you look at your TikTok. you're going to have a little tab that says following and then a tab that says for you. Following is the people you follow, but TikTok automatically puts you on for you. So that's why the organic reach is so good, because Instagram and Facebook automatically put you to your friends. If you want to find someone that you don't follow on Instagram, you have to go to the Discover page, so you have to actually be choosing to find someone new. On TikTok, you're scrolling through, and I could just randomly pop up, and someone's like, oh, I kind of want to buy a house,
But if they,
you know.
if you pop up, I guess my question is then how do they know where to find you? To do business.
So I have a contact link in my bio, and that's where all my leads are generated from. Yeah, on TikTok and Instagram. Okay, so top 3 pillars: authenticity, value, and entertainment. I think that that's super important when you're thinking about crafting your content, how you want people to see you. Try to be true to yourself. Of course, people don't want to watch lame stuff. They want to watch stuff that's entertaining, but entertaining could mean anything. Entertaining doesn't have to be trends or funny or mouthing words to songs. It can be who you are, but of course the vibe is to be entertaining. TikTok's quick, you know. Okay, so now we're going to kind of dive into a couple of people that are doing this very successfully and what their strategy kind of has been. So Glenda Baker. How many of you have followed Glenda Baker or know who she is?
On Instagram.
Okay, awesome. She is amazing. She is a top realtor. Sorry, I feel a little, if you hear that, tell me. The little squeaky. I keep hearing, like if I go one little step over, I hear it. So maybe I'll go over here actually. So Glenda Baker is a top agent in Atlanta. And the way, she has almost 1 million followers on TikTok. And the way that she has structured her content is super crafted and produced. So every single time Glenda is on the camera, she has a camera person. It's very high quality video. She's basically looked at like everybody's mom. So if you look at the comments in Glenda Baker's videos, everybody is about my age, but they are all asking her, Glenda, you're the only person I trust. How do I do this? How do I do this? And there's thousands and thousands of comments like that. So she has created this community of people who trust her to give them advice. She shares mistakes that she's made in her career. She shares wins that she's had in her career. One thing that's kind of interesting is she always wears stars. In every single video, she's wearing something with stars on it, and I think that that is something to take away. I've started to try to do that with my style. Like, I always try to wear like crazy earrings or a crazy bright blazer because I want people to know me as the one that dresses kind of funky. So I kind of own that. And then she tells stories about her clients and her history and how she grew up, and people just love her for it. So the other one is Mary. So she is a real estate agent in Florida. She recently has opened her own brokerage. It's an all-women brokerage, and she kind of sells like the lifestyle of the rich and famous, if you will. So she always is posting videos of her on yachts, and her husband's a big attorney, and she's doing funny dances with different things you can do. And so she is a little bit more of like a lifestyle creator, but then she puts in her real estate with that as well. And she's a really good Airbnb investment agent. So actually the way that I found her was I was looking for an Airbnb and I was thinking about Florida. And I found her, and I ended up not buying in Florida, but I know that if I'm going to buy a property in Florida, that is the agent that I'm going to call, because she is amazing at Airbnbs. She knows her numbers. She does a whole spreadsheet about cash on cash for investments. And so I trust her to do that, and I only know her from TikTok, which is kind of crazy. And then we got Hannah. So Hannah's actually one of my friends. She's based in Denver, and she has blown up in the last couple of months. I met her on TikTok, so we didn't know each other until TikTok. Now we know each other and do business together. This I took last week, and I think she has 8,000 followers here. She's up to 15,000 today, and this was like 5 days ago when I pulled this. So she has been blowing up, and the thing that Hannah does really well is she's like a character. She's kind of like an actor. So she has this character called Peggy and Dad. So she acts like a dad at inspections, dresses all funny. And Peggy is a realtor that's been in the business like 40 years that still uses like the old lock boxes and you know, she's kind of poking fun about like those types of realtors, not necessarily just being in business 40 years, but she, you know, is poking fun a little bit, but in a really sweet and quirky way. And people love it. I mean, her comments are saying, "We want Peggy. Where's Peggy?" Blah, blah, blah. So she's really done that well, creating a character for herself. And she's really not herself in her videos, but that character is authentic to who she is. And so it works. And then the last one I'm going to do is Andrew. So he's also in Colorado. He's in Denver. He's an agent that I met on TikTok and now do business with as well. He is similar to me in our growth. We started around the same time on TikTok and grew to about 20,000 followers fairly quickly. And his style is very, like, I don't want to say boring, but I think he'd be okay if I said that, because I think he does it on purpose. He has a little mini mic, and all he does all day, every day, is talk about different neighborhoods and different areas in Denver. So he is very niched to Denver. He'll say, these are the pros and cons of living in Parker. These are the pros and cons of living in Golden. This is what's going on in Denver this weekend. And he does not do any trends. He doesn't do any stupid dances. He doesn't mouth his words to anything. And he has a loyal following and gains. I asked him how many leads he's generating a month, and he's about 50 to 60 leads a month. And he's referring them to me so that I can vet them quickly, let him know if those are legit leads, if they can be pre-approved, and then he's able to take them out shopping really quick. So that's one thing that I would say as you start gaining followers and gaining leads on TikTok. Have a plan in place for when they start flowing in to vet those buyers really fast, because it can become a time suck. Because some of them are not, you know, high quality. I mean, it's TikTok. You can get anything. I have gotten $2 million buyers. One was in Texas and one was here in Colorado that I was able to refer out to one of my agent partners from this platform, from TikTok. $2 million buyers. So there are some really high quality people, but then there's also some that you need to vet out. And so having a good plan in place, like your mortgage partner or whatever, knowing that they're going to be getting those TikTok leads and they need to do a pre-qual call with them really quick, is super important.
So how important is the name? Because I'm seeing, you know, Andrew Denver Realtor, but then I saw Mary Juliet. So how important is the name in order to draw attention if people are searching for a realtor?
That's a great question. I would say having something related to real estate is probably beneficial because people know you're a realtor right away. But I also think that Mary has created a brand for herself where people came to her not because she was an agent, just because they liked her. And then now they're like, oh, I'm going to use her as my agent. So it almost like works as like a reverse psychology thing, because there's a lot of realtors on TikTok that are saying, I'm your Denver realtor. And there's a ton of mortgage people too that are all saying mortgage guy, mortgage mom, mortgage blah, blah, blah. And so I think it could go both ways, where it could help you or it could kind of like turn people off. So they're like, oh, this is just another realtor. So if you're posting real estate content, but your name doesn't say realtor, people might think, oh, he's just a normal guy. And they might listen to you a little bit more because they don't think you have an incentive. One thing, if you aren't super posting or, on TikTok right now, one thing to prepare yourself for is sometimes on TikTok, we get a little bit of a bad rap, and people say, especially with the market shifting and all the different things that are happening right now in the, recession and market crash, you will get comments like, realtors are a joke, market's going to crash, like, you just want to make your money. You have to prepare yourself for that and have kind of some rebuttals, because one way to really gain trust with your followers is to respond to a comment that's calling you out about something with a super educated, good answer back. And that actually boosts the algorithm. TikTok has said that they will boost those videos that are responding to another comment. One little trick is, if you don't have comments yet because you're just starting out, create a burner account and make a comment that you want to answer on yourself. So then you can answer that question and nobody's ever going to know who asked you. I did that at the beginning. So then this is 20 TikTok content ideas to try. So this is one of the things that I have on the sheet in front of you. that you'll turn into me at the end. If you want me to send this to you as a PDF, I'm happy to do it. So just check mark that you want the 20 content ideas and I'll email it out to you. This is just kind of a way to get you started if you aren't sure where to begin. I'm going to see if this works. Let me see. This is one of my friend's videos. Last time it didn't work, so yes. No sound. But one of the things that I would point out on this 20 TikTok content ideas to try is to utilize your hobbies and create that into, spin it in real estate. So my friend Carly, she's an agent that I partner with out of Denver. She's working on growing her TikTok. This video got 1.2 million views. And she's fly fishing with her husband. She's actually talking on the phone to me, which is funny. Like I didn't know she was going to be doing this. But it has like a song in the background and it says what it's like to go anywhere with a real estate agent. And she's fly fishing but acting like she's talking to a client on the phone. And people loved it. And so that's something that you can think, like if you love dogs, if you hang out with your grandkids all the time, turning that into content and spinning it around what you are hoping to do for people helps generate your people that love you. Now, if people love going fly fishing and hiking and outdoorsy, they might think of Carly because they're like, oh, I know there was that realtor that was doing the fly fishing TikTok. Oh. So this is Scott Bentley, and he is the mortgage guy. Yes, so he is the one who brought me on my team. And so Scott, it brings in about 3,000 leads a month. Scott does not do mortgages anymore, like just by himself. He just generates, he makes content, generates leads, and we have a whole team that takes care of his loans. So the way that we have it structured at NFM is if Scott brings in a lead, say in Colorado, I'm licensed in Colorado, I become the loan officer on that loan, and then I'm able to refer it out to one of my agents. I originate that loan, and then he gets paid a referral fee on it. So that's how it goes for all of us. If I generate a lead in Tennessee, I'm not licensed there, I get a referral fee, another loan officer takes it, and they can take it and run with it and refer it to whatever agent they want. So that's really the special thing about NFM and what they've created that no other mortgage company is doing, because we are leveraging these leads to create partnerships with other agents. We lend in 49 states. New York is the only one that we don't lend in. And so we're really able to capture this market and help people anywhere, even if it's not me personally. So Scott was the OG. He started posting TikToks in 2020 when COVID started, grew really fast. He has almost 1 million followers now, generates a ton of leads, and he's the exact same guy that you see on TikTok. And I love that. I always loved Scott because when I started in the mortgage industry, he kind of like was helping me, without knowing it. I was following him, watching his tips, and I one day commented on one of his videos and said, I want to join your team, and he wrote me back and was like, come on over. So that's kind of how that started, which is cool. So he always says, be true to yourself, get to know your style and what works for you, and have fun. I think the biggest thing about TikTok is people care about what other people think too much, and they overthink what they're going to post, and they'll film something 1 million times. Those ones will probably not do well because people can sense the stress coming off of you. The videos that have done the best for me are videos that I flip up, post, do one run through of them, and then they just blow up because I think it looks more natural. This was his first viral TikTok, which I think is so funny because it's so different from what he posts now. I wish we had our sound, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So the funny thing about this is this type of video has been overdone and redone 1 million times now on TikTok, and that's probably not going to go viral now. But 2 years ago, it was like nobody did it, and so he did it and got over 1 million views on it. So it just shows kind of what he's grown into over the last 2 years, and you're always shifting and changing with content creation. TikTok has recently changed their algorithm to really focus on keywords. So posting, it used to be hashtags, so I'm going to fit this in right here. It used to be hashtags that were going to tell people this is the type of video I'm posting. when you're posting your hashtags, think about what your audience is going to be searching, not what you would search. So if you're a realtor and you're posting hashtag realtor, it's probably going to be other realtors that find your videos, which isn't bad either, but it's not going to get you your clients probably. I hashtag things like, can I buy a home? Tips and tricks, first time home buyer, down payment assistance, different types of words that I think my audience would probably be searching is what I hashtag. And then also the keywords are saying a few keywords in your video somehow, and the text on the video is also being watched by the algorithm so that they can try to push those things out to clients that are watching your stuff. So I've started recently, just since I've learned this keyword thing, because TikTok's kind of shifting all the time. Recently, almost every video I post, I'm going to put some kind of keyword up at the top as like a title to the video. Like I did one yesterday about a 2-1 buy down. I just wrote 2-1 buy down up at the top, and I probably wouldn't have done that previously. So then these are 2 TikToks that have worked for me and my style that's kind of working. So I am, like I said, don't care if people see me cuss. So this one was a trend that was going around where people were flipping off the screen. So this video is like to a song saying, hey, my client's pissed off at the bank because they turned them down and now they come to me, so they're flipping the bank off. This video got like 700,000 views and about 500 comments asking me if I helped in their state, and then I generated 100 leads in one day from this video. So this is kind of like great. It's kind of crazy. I didn't think that was going to go like that, but you never know what's going to hit, I guess. So then this other video is about house hacking. This video got, I want to say, about 50,000 views, and I generated about 20 leads directly from this video. And I'm just getting ready, curling my hair, talking about how to use an FHA loan to buy a multi-unit property, rent out the other units, and qualify, with 3.5% down. So people were super surprised that you could do that. And I thought everybody knew how to do that, but yeah. So I learned about this one, actually. I was on the phone with one of my friends who's an agent, just chatting with her, and I mentioned it. And she was like, wait, I didn't know you could do that. I was like, oh my gosh, I thought everybody knew you could do that. So I'm going to make a TikTok about that. So I walked in my bathroom and put it up, one take, done. Okay, so creating value. What does it mean to create value for your audience? Leave viewers with knowledge of your niche. Use hot topics, current events, major headlines, industry news, do's and don'ts, rules and regulations, and answering questions from the comment section. We kind of already touched on that. One thing here is anything a little bit controversial usually works, but you're going to get a lot of mean people too. So you have to kind of prepare yourself for that. But industry news, anything that I post about mortgage fraud goes crazy, because people are like, why does the bank care? They shouldn't care if I live in it or not. So I'm getting all these different comments about that, but nobody really understands the consequences of mortgage fraud and how serious it is, and also what can get you in trouble. So I post a lot of videos educating people on, hey, don't lie and say it's your primary residence and then rent it out right away, because it can come back to bite you in the ass. And then everybody, has questions about it, and I can respond to comments to that video. I also heard an agent yesterday tell me that she posted one about wire fraud, and that one went crazy too. So I think anything that has to do with regulations or laws or ethics, that's something that can typically do well, because people wonder about it and they don't really know. Tap into the culture of the social media platform you're on. So this is something that we already touched on a little bit regarding Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Instagram is known for being very curated and for things doing well that are edited and aesthetic and to pretty songs and have words on the screen. That typically does well on Instagram. TikTok, more natural, funny, oh, I just picked up my phone and filmed this. that typically does better on TikTok. So knowing what platform you're on and what's going to work better and your audience on that platform, I'm probably not going to post something calling out a realtor on Instagram when all my realtor friends are following me and they're like, yeah, we're not going to use Dakotah next time because she's making fun of us. But on TikTok, I might post it because consumers will see it and think it's funny, or other mortgage professionals, you know. And then understand the type of content that performs well on each platform. So content generation, this is just another little tip on how to think about what works. Find a trend, spin it, and repurpose the content for each platform. So if you film something on social media, on TikTok, you can use an app called SnapTik to remove the watermark from TikTok and post it to Instagram and Facebook.
So I've seen a lot of people on Facebook, their TikToks, and it says, is that bad to do that?
Yeah, Instagram and Facebook have both come out to say that if that watermark's on there, they're not going to push your video as much, and they're actually going to penalize you and like hold that video down to not perform as well as it could if the thing was gone, the watermark. So if you're repurposing it for other things, it is best to remove the watermark. I don't do it every time because I'm lazy, but I think you should. Let go of your ego. Find a niche by trying everything. I think this is also kind of fun because as you're figuring out your style, posting a little bit of everything and just what comes to your mind and seeing what sticks is okay. You don't have to know your niche right now, or don't have to know what works right now. If I look at the TikToks that I was posting, I mean, because I was playing around with TikTok like a year ago or something. If I look at those compared to when I started really taking it seriously, and even me 6 months ago, I've really started to hone in on like my style, but it's taken so much practice. So don't feel bad if you post something and you're like, this flopped, it only got 5 views. Like, that's totally normal, and practice makes it just a little bit cleaner. This is a cool trick if you're taking notes. AnswerThePublic.com. Has anybody heard of that? So Answer the Public is awesome for content ideas because it is a search engine that will tell you what people are asking about your niche. So if you go to Answer the Public and you type in real estate, the top 500 questions that people have searched about real estate will pop up, and you can use that to create a video answering that question, doing a dance to that question, you know, saying the 5 things not to do around that question, and it'll just kind of give you some ideas. Consistency is huge. So I post, and last time I said this, everybody like rolled their eyes, so I'm watching. But I post 3 times a day. So a lot of people, I think, hear that and they think, I don't have time for that. What the hell? You're posting 3 times a day? I have completely replaced like cold calling with this. I've basically replaced my realtor outreach with this because I am connecting with realtors through these classes. I'm connecting with realtors through TikTok who already like me and they're introducing themselves to me and we're going to lunch. So as a lender, instead of spending the time to cold call realtors on a Monday to say, come to lunch with me, I'm creating my own brand so that people come to me and want to work with me because of who I am. So I think if you think about it as that, where you're swapping out one thing you're already doing for this, makes it a little bit easier to swallow. And then also batching content. So I will on Sundays usually take 2 to 3 hours to film like 12 to 15 TikToks to post throughout the week. And then I'll sprinkle in ones that are random life things, like I'm driving to a closing or I'm at this class. So I'll do those a little bit throughout the week, but usually my week is pretty much planned on Sunday, and I just have it in my drafts, and I post 3 a day. I already have the captions typed out. All I have to do is driving to a closing, I click post. Any questions on that? Okay. And then also, the last thing is collaborate with other people in our industry. So I've heard comments from people about, I don't really want to be following a million realtors. Why would I have a million realtors on my For You page? I want clients. Yes, but as realtors, your area is very small. You can help people in this very small area of wherever you are, Northern Colorado, Denver, Colorado Springs. You could connect with agents in all of these other areas and utilize them as a referral source. So it's doing a disservice, I think, to not try to connect and build relationships with other realtors. And I do it for mortgage lenders. I have a mortgage lender that I think he's in Tennessee or something. He had been following me for a while. He had a video go viral, I think 5 million views, so full on viral, had millions of comments asking him where he could help, and he wasn't licensed everywhere. So in every single comment, he's responding back to these people saying, oh, call your mortgage mom, she'll help. Oh, call your mortgage mom, she'll help. And I didn't even know this guy. He just been following me, and all of a sudden I woke up to a million comments tagging me in his video. So other people in our industry can help us more than we think. And then also following content idea creators. So there's a lot of people on TikTok that specifically do this for their job. They're like social media managers, and they give tips and tricks on what to post, when to post, what music to do, what to post as your caption. And I follow like 50 of those people. So on my For You page, I'm going through and I'm seeing a ton of people saying, hey, this trend is new. Use this sound. And I'm following what that content person's saying. I'm not doing it all on my own. I'm not just like creating these things from my brain, you know? Okay, so tips and tricks. We just talked about following content creator or trend watch accounts. Answer the public. We already talked about that. Follow other real estate professionals. I guess I just did this slide by my head. That's cool. Collaborate with others in our industries. Practice, practice, practice. And divide your content into categories. Something about this I like to pinpoint on is like how I post family stuff on weekends and mortgage stuff during the week. That is strategic, and I'm doing it on purpose because I want different audiences to see different things. So my feelings aren't hurt if I post something about my family and it doesn't do well, because I have a specific audience in mind that I want to see that, and they're not going to show it to my mortgage people. They're probably going to show it to moms with kids, and it might only show 500 of them. But it still is getting out there to that audience that I want for that particular video. So every video's goal is not to go viral. Some videos are, you want to do like trending sounds and stuff to go viral, but a lot of times you're just building your relationship to your audience. Someone who does this so well is Andrew, the one I had showed us previously. He has the same amount of followers as me, but his comments are so much more loyal to him than mine. He has like a following of people that are like, you're my person. So I'm trying to create that more every day and kind of playing around with things, but that's the most important thing. It doesn't matter if it goes viral if people love you. 20,000 people who love you is not bad. All right, so once you start getting leads in, then how do you actually do something with them to make you money? Because it's dumb if you're just getting a bunch of people that are viewing your TikToks and you're like, yeah, that's cool, I got 1 million followers, but is it turning into clients? So referrals to agents in other areas. You get someone that says, hey, can you help in Texas? I would have a strategy and a plan for how you're going to quickly refer someone to that agent in Texas. I would actually probably suggest referring them to a lender first, because if you refer them to someone like me, then I can say this is good or this isn't, and then we can partner together to refer it out to that agent, and then we're already saying, hey, this person's a pre-approved buyer, and they're ready to start looking at homes, versus just sending a name out and who knows where that's going to go. A landing page to capture your info. So I've seen a lot of agents have a link tree with links to free home buyer guides, or an Excel spreadsheet for investments, and then a contact form. So it's super important to have a very easy, straightforward way to contact you. I've seen a couple agents that have their website in their bio, and that doesn't really work because people aren't really going to click through all these different things to try to find where to contact you. They want to be able to click a button and contact you right away. Quick vetting, we already talked about this a little bit, referring them to someone that you know is going to be able to say quick, yay or nay, before you waste your time, and then using incentives to convert. So this is something kind of new that Andrew and I have done because we both generate leads from TikTok. So we've partnered together and said, hey, if you find him, and really he's the one doing it because I can have people all over the country and I work with multiple agents. But if someone finds Andrew on TikTok and they use me and him, me for lending, him for agent, then we will give $3,000 to the buyer in closing costs. So that's something that he promotes. He pretty much brings in those leads on his own, but then he refers them to me because he knows that I'm going to help them out with the $1,500 credit if they use both of us. This is me when I think this first one was like in February of this year, 3,800 followers. And then this was last week. I had 22.9 and now I have like 23.4 or something. So it's growing like really fast. I can't keep up with posting the analytics. But do you have a question, Corey? Oh. So this talks about also my loan volume for the year. I have this on here because I want people to see how much I'm actually generating from TikTok and how much business I'm doing. So I have done in the last 7 months 16 million in loan volume and 43 loans closed. So 43 loans closed this year, and 9 of them have been directly from TikTok for 3 million in volume, and that's the ones that I was the loan officer on. And then 7 of them for 2 million in volume were other states that I brought in from my TikTok, and so I just got paid a referral fee on, but they don't show up in my like numbers. So it's kind of exciting. And then the lead turn time is about 90 to 120 days. So usually these buyers are kind of like high up in the funnel, and you might have to nurture them a little bit, but they are closing. And the time frame is about 90 to 120 days before they're closing. So I'm really excited because since I started this 6 months ago, I'm really just now starting to see the 90 to 120 day funnels like coming in and closing and getting pre-approved. So I'm excited to, hopefully this number will be a lot bigger for me in the next 6 months. And that's all. The end.